I'm Mushmallow, and you are, well, you're you. Hello, you. Welcome to Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting, where art takes a twisted turn. Come on, join me as we bring to life chilling designs, spooky masterpieces, and we do it all one drill at a time. So like, subscribe, grab those drills, and get ready to create something dark and dazzling. Let's paint the darkness together. Come on, let's go. Okay, you guys, so I thought today we could have a little whip and chat because I had a traumatic experience today and I needed to share it with the world. And the world I shall share it with. Okay, but first, before I dive into this truly dark, creepy, and horrific canvas that I am being forced to do, I guess. No, I can't say that. I did it to myself. Listen, I just want to get this canvas done and off my channel. So, oh my gosh, I forgot to use her proper title. Empress Floofy Elizabeth Fluffernutter Snugglebug of Persia. I wanted to share with you guys some things that have recently and not so recently come. I've been hoarding some things. I wanted to share with you guys, I got a friend mail a little while back from Wendy at Diamonds and Stuff. If you don't know about her channel, do go check her out. She is a diamond painter, but she also does like paperwork, artisan paperwork craft stuff. And she made this really beautiful card. Check it out. She did this. So, no, you can't see what's inside. That's super secret private business. But she sent me this cute washi tape. And she had gone to some like kind of horror, creepy, gothy convention situation in her area, and they had a bunch of vendors selling a bunch of horror, crafty, gothy goodness, and she picked up this sun catcher for me. I guess it's sun catcher, light catcher. What's the technical name for these? I don't know, but you hang it and the light shines through it and it's real pretty. One of those. And she sent this over to me, and it's my horror hubby Mikey, and I didn't get a chance to really dive into it and show you guys what she gave me and say a proper thank you, because this came right around the same time life went bleh right in my face, and I hadn't stopped going bleh bleh in my face. So it it got sat in the things that I want to touch but can't touch in the moment, and it just and every day I'd look at it and be like, I don't have time to touch that today, and today was the day I am now touching and I am loving. So thank you, Wendy. That was very thoughtful, and again, amazing not cartography, because that's like something else, but cardography, card making, paperwork, paper making, paper art. Wendy, you can let me know in the comments or whatever. What is the official title of what it is that you do with the paper, making it into cards so beautiful? Whatever that's called is what she does. Also with diamond painting, and that's Diamonds and Stuff here on YouTube. Thank you, Wendy. And it came with this candy. And fun fact, I was just telling Sundown before I sat down, I was like, I need chocolate. I need candy now. And I was going to make him drive like 8 miles to the nearest store to go get me a singular candy bar. And now Wendy has saved the day by including candy in the package. And now he doesn't have to go until tomorrow. So there's that. You spared him today. Something else I've talked to you guys about, but I'm going to refresh your memory, is this collaboration is coming. It's coming soon. This is with Reid's Putty and Tami and Brandon's Resin Creations shop. Oh, wrong one. There we go. We're doing a collaboration. This is Crafty-ish Kristyn's collaboration. We'll get some cutesy designed colored putty, and also this really cute cover minder situation right here. This is a unicorn, handcrafted, hand painted, handcrafted here with the putty as well. I have not dove into it yet. I don't want to, I can't say I don't want to stab it with my pen, because let's get real, friends. It's cute, and why would I not want to? My collaboration with Reid's Putty is these horror icon situation. What do you call these? They go on the face and make you look like somebody that you're not. A mask, that's it. Horror icon masks. We've got some Jason and a ghost face. There's a Mikey. I do know that for sure. And it comes in these little containers here, which is a nice way to contain and ship. And then the cover minder for my part of the collaboration with Reid's Putty and Tami's Resin Creations is this skull, black and red resin skull. Very cute, but fun fact, the eyes, even though you can't tell it by looking, the eyes are glow in the dark. Super cool, fun effect. These collaborations should be hitting the storefronts pretty soon, so keep your eyes peeled if you're interested in getting one or both. I'm told that they can be bought separately or together for a special price. There's going to be like codes involved for subscribers to get little discounts and all of that jazz. And yeah. Oh, and a quick update. So I assume that I assume that this bag contains 310. Yeah, big mama jamma, big honking bags of 310 drills. They appear to be resin. There was no note. There's no company name on the envelope, the shipping envelope. It's just a location of like some generic warehousey type thing. So I'm not sure exactly where these came from. I see a bunch of trash in here already. Yippee skippy. But considering how voluminous this 310 is, and I don't know. It just showed up in a baggie in my P.O. box. The only thing I can imagine that this could be for, let me make sure there's no like, hello? No, there is literally, it's empty in there. See, there is no note, nothing. Had a little issue with our Return of the Living Dead canvas for date night lives that Brody had sent us from, what was that, Aurora? I have it right here. Aurora Diamond Art. I had an issue. The 310 drills and were too tight on the canvas. They were not the right, they were like too big for the grid on the canvas and was making the canvas buckle, drills pop, canvas buckle, and it was a huge issue. And this is the largest volume color on there at 72,000 plus 310s. And I spoke with the owner, Bianca, and there was an exchange back and forth about potential options to fix it. There are some other issues with the canvas too. The cover sheet is on it wrong side down. It came to me that way, and therefore I'm going to have to try to strong arm the canvas, the cover off as we go, and potentially pick off shreds that don't come up off the canvas, off the glue, and then potentially even re-glue some or all of the canvas as we go. Bit of an inconvenience that a bag of drills isn't going to fix, but I'm grateful to have at least gotten replacement drills. Hopefully these are the right size to fit that canvas grid. But yes, we just could not continue on with the Return of the Living Dead canvas in the condition it was. And now it seems, and as discussed with the owner, it seems like the option for resolution that was chosen was replacement 310s, and I have to pluck off all the 310s that I've already placed, pluck them on off, re-glue if necessary, and repaint the entirety of the area that's already been done, because the drills are... Anyway, you'll see in a future live. I will show you the canvas as it is, with the big huge section of 310 done, and some tester sections that I did for pictures and videos that they had the company had requested as proof of what was going on. And you'll be able to see it too, so I can show and better explain what was happening. But I guess a resolution is better than no resolution, even though I really feel like potentially a canvas replacement would have been the best resolution, considering the cover sheet is on upside down, or like wrong side down on the canvas, and is going to require me to do a lot of extra work. And that was a very expensive canvas. I'm sure it was a gift, so there's that. And that makes me sad. I would have been happy to send the canvas back to them in the exact, just drop everything where it is, just leave it alone, hands off where it's at, roll it on up and send it to them so they could look at it themselves. But they didn't ask me to do that, so I guess this is the resolution. I never heard back from the company owner aside from proposing this resolution and checking to see if there was a better resolution, and then I guess me getting the drills is my response to whether or not there was another resolution. Guess not, is what I'm saying. Okay. In any event, I wanted to show you that stuff. Let's get into I had a day. Let's get into a whip and chat. What I'm going to be using is Tami Brandon's Resin Creations cover minders here, and I'm going to be using an ephemera 3D Deep 6 washy bottomed tray, not yet available on the storefront. I am testing this prototype. At the time of filming, this is not yet available to my knowledge, so you can go look, but I don't think you're gonna find it. We're testing and seeing if it's how we like it. Is it a viable tray, a viable model? Is it functioning the way it should? What can be fixed, what can't, whatever. And we're checking it out. Also, I am using a Nail Saver 3D printed prototype. Has a little hooky situation on it here. Also, ephemera 3D prototype for testies. And my Zap Designs pink and black pen. Yep, using that, filled with Reid's Putty. Not the fun shaped Reid's Putty yet. I'm still using my ordered Reid's Putty. I don't want to ruin the shapes yet, okay? And I really, really don't want to use Kristyn's pretty pastel colors. All right, so let's dive in and get to chit-chatting. Let me tell you about how I discovered a cryptid in my house. A cryptid creature, and I fought off a beast the size of Mothman, maybe Mothman, either one works. The size of like a freaking prehistoric situation, radioactive prehistoric gargantuan proportions, and survived and lived to tell the tale, and I got pictures to prove it. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I am using Bee's Crafty Corner release papers in the Spilling the Tea patterns. Yay! Spilling the Tea is a collaboration between Crafty-ish Kristyn and I that we do approximately once a month. Kind of a dysfunctional talk show where we talk about some kind of real topics and stuff in the diamond painting community, happenings, topics, behind the scenesies, stuff that weighs on our noodles, our brain noodles, and things of that nature. If you haven't checked it out, you can check it out on either channel. We both have the full playlist, even though when they premiere alternating channels. So one episode will be Kristyn's, the next will be on my channel, and the next will be on Kristyn's channel, and then my channel, and then hers, and then mine, and you get the hint, right? Okay, so let me pick a symbol, and then I will start to tell you how a normal average day turned to anything but. It turned into a fight for my life, a fight for my daughter's life. I had to defend myself and my child against the wilds of Arkansas. Yes. Oh, goody. That's some pretty little ABs here. So, normally, how a day would go in my world would be, I would be able to properly lay a diamond drill down. Can you? Thank you. I kept trying to put it on the paper and wondering, like, why won't you stick? I would get up, get ready for the day, mosey on out into the house proper, and promptly sit my butt down at the crafting table and get to work at either diamond painting or filming or editing or organizing, inventorying, corresponding, replying to comment, worky-esque type things. But today was different. Today, Mom Down decided that she wanted Sundown to accompany her to a doctor's appointment at 9:30 this morning. So they had to leave at about 8:30. And it was a last minute request. And I used air quotes for those of you who are not looking. It was a request at the last minute. So essentially, F what Sundown and I had planned for the day, which was my normal get to work on stuff that I both want and need to do. It's kind of a dual purpose. I both want and need to do the things that I was going to do. And he would normally spend his morning running errands. Yeah. Running the errands out there in the wilds, right? Just he's the brave hunter-gatherer who goes and hunts and gathers errands. Okay? And let go. Oh, come on now. Don't be like this. So, yeah. That all got foiled when Mom Down was like, hey, last second, but come with me to the doctor, son. Come on, Sundown, let's go. And Sundown was like, okay. And I was like, but Sundown, aren't you supposed to errand, XYZ, ABC? And he was like, oh, poopy dookie, I forgot. And I was like, oh, you forgot. Well, these are things that, like, literally need to be done. And need to be done this morning. Like, when you're going to not be here doing them. And he was like, oh, no, what are we going to do? Just like that, I promise. And I said, don't worry. I will solve everything. I will run the errands. I will do it. I will brave the Arkansas wild. I will brave the people. I will brave the heat. I will brave it all for you, my love. You go with Mom Down on her, her unplanned, well, it wasn't an unplanned, it was for us unplanned, on her emergency request for you to accompany her and chauffeur her to the doctor. And I will take over your errand responsibilities. That's what I will do. I will do that for you because I love you. And I'm a big girl and I can run errands too. And he begrudgingly said, okay, if you're sure. And I said, okay, well, I'm sure. Do I wanna? Nope, not at all. Do I have other things I need to do? Yes, I do. But, you know, we're a team. We're a family. This happens, right? Right, okay. So my day started off, you know, like a Disney princess's day with the birds chirping and the sun shining and a happiness in my heart. I skippity-doo-dah'd out to my crafting table, but then that's when the evil villain, the evil queen, the evil monster-in-law queen came and threw a wrench in my beautiful day and turned it into, you know, from a day of love and crafting and healing and happiness into crap. Crap errand running. Out of the doors with people. You guys, I am so traumatized. And it gets worse. Like, the day gets worse. But let me tell you how traumatized I am. I didn't have to, but like, I felt like I had to, so I did. I actually am wearing jeans right now. Jeans. Denim apparatus around my bottom half of my body. Denim. Not my comfy sweats. Not my comfy lounge pants. Not even my comfy pajama pants. Nay, my friends, because I had to go into public, or as we call it around here, public. I had to put jeans on. So that was fun. And like, ladies, I know a lot of you could probably sympathize with me. When you have a day planned and you don't plan on leaving the house or seeing another human being outside of your own home, and you're gonna be like doing stuff and things, chilling, relaxing, you know, crafting, diamond painting, it was gonna be one of those days where the boulder holder remained in its proper drawer. Not on my body. No plans for that. But no, Mom down had to go to the doctor. I had to go out in public. So I had to not only put on my denim torture devices, but also the boulder holder torture device. So automatically, like, my day is ruined and I'm starting to process some trauma from that. And sundown leaves to take Mom down to the doctor. I gather my quest items and I head out the door to go run errands before child goes to work. And before the errands deadlines approached. Okay. And tootling along. Okay. Look, it just resigned to the fact that the next couple hours for which I was going to get some diamond painting progress and editing and filming and whatnot done was now going to be devoted to errands, and what I had wanted to do for the morning was not going to get done after all, at least not till later. Like, hi, here we are right now. Hello. This was supposed to be this morning and it wasn't. And you know, it wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad. Went, conducted the errands, and I decided food is an essential necessity of the people in my house. And we were running low on some of it. So I'm like, let me stop and get some food. And things that I can take home and prepare someone, not necessarily me, certainly not today, not after I ran errands, instead of getting what I had on my to-do list done. But let me at least get the things needed to prepare nourishment for the people in my household. So I stopped, I picked up some groceries, I put the groceries inside my vehicular transportory device, and I drove it home. Finally, errands done, nourishment obtained, I'm going home. And by some twist of fate, I beat Sundown home. He did not beat me home. I somehow managed to run all of the errands and get all of the food and make it home long before he was due to arrive back home. Hey honey, where are you? Wow, you're still so far away, and you still have a long time before you're going to be home. Cool, I'll bring the groceries in the house. My favorite. I love that. I love that for me. I totally hate when he unloads the car and brings the groceries in. Oh, it's the worst feeling ever. Terrible. I don't know how anybody can live with themselves, having somebody else bring all the groceries in the house. So, bringing groceries in from out, in the house from out. Now, I'll go shop the groceries, buy the groceries, whatever, all day long, and I'll have fun doing it. But loading and unloading the vehicular transportory device, particularly the unloading and bringing in, is to me like the chore of hand washing dishes, the chore of folding laundry, that chore that nobody wants to frickin' do, the one that just makes you want to do. I'd rather grab a toilet brush and start cleaning toilets than fold a load of laundry. Same with bringing groceries in the house. That's the last thing I will literally, oh my gosh, oh no, we're home, I have to pee really bad, or I have to number 2, I better go. Can you bring you bring the groceries in, thanks. No, I didn't have to do any of that. That's just an excuse not to bring the groceries in. Because I dislike it that much. But you know what? I couldn't just let the groceries sit in the car, could I? No. And daughter wasn't going to help. She was talking to boy on the computer. She wasn't going to help, was she? No. So guess what? Guess what I had to do? Not only did I have to put jeans on, quick recap here, just for emphasis. Not only did I have to put jeans on, not only did I have to put the boulder holder of torture on, okay? Did I get all my ABs out of here? I did. I also had to run all the errands that were his, not mine, and did none of the diamond painting, and had to bring groceries from out there into here. Like one of my least favorite chores. It's like up there with dusting and laundry and all right, so I get in the house, and of course the allure of food brings my little mini me she monster out from the depths of her cavern from which she was, on the computer talking with boy, brings her out to watch me bring the groceries into the house and start sorting them and putting them away. She was supervising, as one does, I guess, and waiting in the wings to swoop up anything that, appealed to her, while I brought it all in and sorted it and put it all away. She stood there like a quality assurance checker or something, just watching every little thing that I removed from the bags and put on the counter, just waiting to swoop in and swipe something. So I get everything, unpacked, and in their little groupings, here's, fridge stuff, here's freezer stuff, here's pantry stuff, here's snacky pantry stuff here, I'm an organizing mama. I got it. And I'm getting ready to start putting things into the refrigerator when daughter says, you might want to run. I said, what? She's like, you might want to run and also call Dad. And I said, why would I run? So you can have all the groceries? No. What is wrong? She said, don't panic. Okay, well, you're telling me to run and to call Dad, and I don't see the danger, and so I'm starting. The panic is starting. And she's like, her eyes are real big. She's staring at something in the kitchen beside me, like right beside me. Like, she's not staring at me. She's staring like right beside me. And I'm looking and I don't see anything. And I'm like, what is happening? She said, very slowly, please back away from the groceries. And I'm like, child, stop playing. What? Very slowly, move away, Mom. Okay. I start slowly backing up, and I'm like, what am I moving away from? Am I going the right direction? Like, what is happening? I have no idea what the problem is. And I'm like, what am I afraid of? And she's like, there is a huge wasp on the air fryer right there. I turn my head and I see what I cannot unsee. I see the king, queen, ruler, creator. I see wasp god. I don't know how else to describe it. It is like the biggest wasp you've ever seen in your life. And this effer was red. And it had the biggest, fattest stinger butt I've ever seen on a flying creature in my life. It was huge. And it was like a foot away from me. Not even a foot. It was like right there. It was like, here I am. Here it is. It was like right there. I was like, ee! So I freeze. I'm frozen. I'm petrified. For those of you who do not know, both Leah and I are allergic to a vast many of the stingy things, including I do go into anaphylactic shock is what it's called, or anaphylaxis, whatever, where I don't know, I get hives and my lungs slowly close up and my face and mouth and everything swells, and then I can't breathe and I can't nothing, and it's bad, right? EpiPen worthy to ticks, which this was not a tick, so no big deal, and to like bees and wasps. Anything with stingy butt venom, I'm allergic, deathly allergic, as is my one and only biological child. The one and only one that I've pushed out of this body is also deathly allergic to this creature, not even a creature, this monster that had somehow snuck its bright red, freaking monstrously huge, stingy butt into my kitchen with us. And so we're both standing there frozen, afraid to move and afraid to breathe. And I said, oh, I see it now. And she says, oh, do you now? And I said, yes. And she says, what do we do? And I said, what do we do? I don't know. She said, call Dad. So I slowly reach over to the telephonic device and I push with all my might. I press my thumb upon his face, his little face icon, and I call Sundown. And I said, he answered, and I said, ah! Sundown, Sundown, Sundown. where are you? And he's like, waiting outside the doctor's office for Mom. She's wrapping up her appointment. I'm out here, getting the car, getting it cooled down, getting it ready. She's still in the doctor's office. I'm like, oh Lord. You're not even on the way home. Nope. What's wrong? I said, there's the biggest, most monstrous room-filling wasp we have ever seen in the kitchen with me and daughter, and it's red and it's there, and it looks like, you know how spiders when they're ready, when they're getting, or snakes even, when they're getting ready to attack, they kind of like, you know, tense up, and you can see like their haunch, you know, you can tell that they're ready to pounce at any second. Like you can tell you're in some trouble, no sudden moves type of trouble. The wasp was doing that. And it was like being completely motionless, but poofed up, and it was staring at us, and it was big, and it was like big as my shoe. It was as big as Sundown shoe. Like I said, picture. I'll post a picture so you can see for yourself how big it is. Look how huge that is. Don't laugh. Don't laugh at me. Huge. I say it's huge. It's huge. So I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? And he's like, smack it. Smack it? What would you propose I smack it with? Sundown? I'm like, well, I smack it with my hat. I am not wearing a ball cap. Sundown. I do not have a ball cap on for which to remove from my head and smack it. I don't have your ball cap to grab and smack it, because guess what? Your ball cap's on your head and you're not here. So then he's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. Find something and smack it. And I'm like, then what? That's all it's going to do. It's going to get mad, and then it's going to come and try to sting my face or your daughter's face. What? I have groceries to put away, perishables and whatnot. Like, I need to get this resolved. He's like, I don't know. Just smack it. That's all he kept saying. Just smack it. Like, why don't you come smack it? I'm not smacking a wasp. A big, monstrously huge, freakishly, we're talking freakishly huge. Somebody hit it with one of those well, no, they don't call it, what, laser beam guns that Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but opposite. Honey, I expanded and grew the Wasp kind of ray gun, right? Bright red, nasty looking bugger. I'm like, nope. And I grab a spatula. And I grab a dirty towel, and that was destined for the laundry room. And I'm like, maybe I'll smack it with this spatula. It's a flat spatula, no slats. It's like a, you know, pancake flipper type thing. Maybe I'll do that. But then I'm like, I have to get that close to it, and I'm afraid it won't let me. And then I'm afraid if I miss, or if I don't hit it hard enough or just right, it's gonna get PO'd and it's going to come and eat my face or daughter's face. So this is, I don't want to get that close. It doesn't seem like a good idea. I'm like, I don't want to. And he's like, well, you got to do something. And I'm like, I know I got to do something, but I don't want to do this. So he was like, you know, I don't know what to tell you. And I'm looking around, and I said, I saw on the sink, the kitchen sink, I saw the new, it looked like it's Dawn dish soap, but it has one of those spray triggers, like a bottle of Windex or something. You know what I'm saying? Like a you squeeze it and it sprays, a spray trigger. And I had an idea. I said, what if, hear me out, what if I stand at a distance? First I got to slowly maneuver my way, very slowly and calmly maneuver my way to the sink and procure the dish soap spray bottle. And I get that. And what if I can aim it at the wasp, get it soapy so that its wings don't work and it cannot fly and get me. And once I have immobilized this monstrosity of a creature, I go in for the KILL with the spatula. What do we think of that? What do we think? And he was like, well, yeah, I mean, if its wings are wet, it can't fly. Give it a try. And so I slowly went over to the sink. I'm not taking my eyes off this bugger. And I'm telling daughter, I'm like, don't you stop looking at it. We can't afford to blink and it fly away and we lose track of it. No. You keep your eyes on it. Go over to the sink, grab it. I do a test spray in the sink just to see, like, is there a stream? How far will it travel? How strong is it? How much is going to come out? And I'm like, ooh, it's got a pretty nice spread. I think get a couple sprays and I'll be okay. So I grab it and I turn around and I face my nemesis. It's me and the red monster wasp staring each other down. And I take a couple of deep breaths, try to center myself, try to calm myself. And then, with Sundown still on the phone, and mind you, he wears earbuds. So it's a little AirPod, your Apple Pod bud drum. The thing that goes in your ears that's Apple product that you listen to your phone through. One of those. I did not care. I summoned all my courage and strength, and with all my lung capacity and bravery, I decided to simultaneously lunge toward the red wasp while starting to spray just the wasp and the vicinity, and I didn't want to give it a chance to fly at all. And I thought it might scare it and it might give me strength if I also shouted like a banshee, a barbarian, Shira. I don't know who I was channeling, okay? I just wah, while I was attacking.
Like King Kong.
He says I sounded like King Kong. And so Sundown's here now, and he would like to share with you his accounting of the situation.
You sounded like King Kong yelling in the jungle. Oh, it was like, I mean, Mom Down could hear you through my earbuds, through my AirPods. And I mean, it sounded like, I'm going to step out just a little bit because this is what it sounded like. It was like, and I mean, birds were flying as I was driving because I got scared. And it's like, she would have been at a concert in the stadium. That would have been the only person you would have heard over the music. It would have straight up shut down like AC/DC or Metallica. Just like they would have stopped playing. Like, what was that? It was loud. I felt it in my chest.
Did your ears survive though?
Huh?
Was it really that bad?
Oh, it was loud.
Yeah, I screamed at the top of my lungs, like not a scream but a roar. I was like, roar.
Right. You've heard brother down on the phone, and it's like this. You're like talking, and then he opens his mouth, and you stick your arm way out, and you can still hear him.
Yeah.
I left my phone at the hospital, and I could still hear you on Southwest.
But
it was devastating.
And he kept saying, "Are you okay? What's going on? Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it?" And I was just going,
It was
just, and I didn't realize that. I just really wanted to make sure that my primary objective was to incapacitate the monster wasp.
Oh, you incapacitated him. That, and the air fryer, the wall, the closet, the cabinet door, some of the stove.
Some of the dishes.
Yeah, the dishes were done. They were wiped clean.
I may have gotten a little overzealous. Oh, kid's home, so I'm going to have to pause for a moment. But real quick, I may have gotten overzealous with the dish soap. I'll put a picture here. So, Leah, what did you say your experience of the situation, like your perspective was?
Funny.
It was funny. And I asked you what was so funny about me fighting for our lives against this monster beast. My roaring, my battle cry. Well, so you may be asking yourselves, did it work? Did I get it? Well, after I had sufficiently soaked the monster wasp beast with dish soap, and like only the wasp, I was super talented and accurate, as you can see in the picture, super talented and accurate at not getting the spray dish soap anywhere else. I mean,
meant to clean the cabinet and the air fryer.
Yeah, I meant
and the counter and the receipt
I meant
And the state of Arkansas.
and the plates and the honey and the oil.
I meant to, you know what? Cleaning the kitchen was on the to-do list.
Last time I seen that much soap, my mom put that in my mouth for my first cuss word. I just had flashbacks. I mean, it was terrible.
But I got it. I incapacitated it. It started, it was mad. It turned toward me and it like reared up, and it's like, he was like, "Here I come." But then he couldn't move his wings. And I saw my window of opportunity. And
Yeah, the window was clean.
I took the spatula and I just, and I am jabbing it. I'm like, at first I'm smacking it with the flat end, right? Just beating the crap out. And then I'm like, it's still moving. That's not good enough. So then I took the edge that you would use, the sharper edge that you would use to break up meat. And then I took it and I was like, yeah. And the whole time I'm doing that, but very loud. The battle cry, barbarian situation.
She did the John Cena can't see me. Then hit it with the people's elbow. Bam!
And I unalived number 5. Isn't that from the movie Short Circuit?
Yes.
I ended the, but so I got him, and I was like, right? And then I'm like, but he still has a stinger on him. Like, I don't want to get stung. Like, what do? And I grabbed that towel, the dirty towel that was destined for the laundry is now in the trash with a body of a wasp in it. That's fine. I don't care. But I grabbed the towel because in my fury I had dropped it. And I grabbed the towel and then I turned back to where I last saw, and it was like a horror movie. It was like, you know, Jason or Michael when you know, it looks like they're down, right? And there's no way they survived being hit by that ambulance, being, you know, knocked out or shot with that shotgun. They did not survive. They're on the ground. You kick them and they don't move, and you're like, haha, got them. The end, right? That's how I felt until I turned back or grabbed the towel, turned back around, and he was gone. His body was not where I left it 5 seconds ago. When I blinked and he was gone. And I was like, where is he? Where is he? He's gone. Where'd he go? Huh? And I'm like, is he stuck to the spatula? And I look and I'm like, no. And I'm like, where did he go? Somehow he survived my attack long enough to somehow crawl for shelter under the pile of clean dishes I looked under the clean dishes and he wasn't there either. He had crawled for shelter under the edge of the air fryer. And I was like, oh no, you don't. And I shoved that air fryer aside and I was like, whaboosh, with the fist, my toweled fist, and I boom. I'm like, I don't need to see what's in there. I have to believe. I wrapped him up in that towel, picked it up, threw it away.
You, all joking aside, you know why the spatula didn't unalive him?
Why?
Because it slid off because of all the soap.
It wasn't that much soap.
It just said skirt, skirt.
It wasn't that much soap.
Half the bottle.
Oh, I'm gonna put a picture up so you guys can see.
Yeah, leave a comment.
Leave. He wants you to leave.
Squirts, do you think all that soap took?
He said he would like you to leave a comment, and Leah chimed in with, how many squirts do you think that I sprayed?
To the center of a wasp.
How many squirts to get to the center of a wasp?
More than 30.
They want to know how much soap you think, how many squirts of the squirtable, you know, sprayable dish soap that I used. It's not that serious. It's not that bad. 2 weeks worth of dishes. But I got them. I mean, and because I used the copious amounts of soap that I did, whatever pheromone they release when you hurt them like that, when they get smashed or hit or whatever, and attracts their friends to come to their aid, to their rescue. Yeah, that wasn't there because it was drowned in soap. So
What do you think?
That was a multitasking job you did.
yeah, that was a multi-front attack. Like that was
That was like some CSI stuff there.
some CS.
Like you got to clean up the crime scene and the surrounding area, and
Left no evidence.
the air fryer looks really freaking good. It really does.
And the wall and the dishes.
And the handle on the stove right here where you got some. This knob on this drawer, I didn't know it shined like that. That's crazy. Next time, hit the microwave.
Next time, hit the microwave. Okay.
I don't even care if it's not up there. Just hit it anyway.
But I got the job done, and I got the groceries put away. I got the errand, but yeah, I felt empowered. I felt strong. I mean, I took my life into my own hands with that. I had my life and my daughter's life in my hands. Everybody was counting on me to make sure that I got the job done and done right the first time before it could get us. We were being attacked in our own home, and I defended us. Thank you very much. So, there's my story. Oh, and here is the post-mortem. I'll put a picture of the aftermath. He gone. He's real gone. I don't know. It was red. All I know is it was red. It was huge, and it had a fat stinger butt. And I'm like, I don't need to know. I don't want it. That's all I need to know. Red, bad. Big fat stinger butt, bad. Huge wildebeest. Freaking size of an freaking elephant size wasp.
Did you throw it in the trash or outside? The trash. Great. We're going to have freaking Wasp Myers in the house.
Wasp Myers? Return of the Living Wasp? Wasp zombie in the house? But I don't know how it got in. I don't know if it hitched a ride with the groceries as I was bringing him in, or just like followed me in. Was I wearing him or was he just like somehow magically in the house just chilling? No clue. I didn't stop to ask him.
Those things move so fast, you have no idea.
But yeah, all I know is, it was, I'm afraid of wasps because of their potential to take our lives anyway. But, and the pain that I'm sure comes with, those attempts at the stings and stuff. But also, because it was so red, and I'm like, red bugs are bad bugs. That's gotta be bad. And I'm like, a bad situation could have been super bad. And if we would have lost track of it, and it was like running around the house, plotting and stalking. Yeah. Anyway, that's the story of how I am the hero of Arkansas. And how my day just... it was, although I am deemed the hero of Northeast Arkansas for my brave pursuits today and the defense of my child and myself and her puppy, it was still a traumatic experience for which I, is going to take me some time to recover. But pretty proud of myself, and did not realize that I was part barbarian. Rah! Apparently it was so loud that Mom down could hear me roaring out of the earbuds that were in Sundown's head across the couple feet of space in the car, and she could clearly hear me, and she was cheering me on, and it was like, did you get the effer? That's all right. You good girl.
Good girl.
Yeah, and she was laughing, and yeah, I guess I was being a drama mama. I'm sorry. I did what I had to do to get the job done.
She was hooting and hollering like a drunk hillbilly at a bar. Mom down, not you.
Oh, well, like I said, was doing what I had to do to get the job done. And that is the end of our whip and chat for today. Ah, my gosh. Didn't mean to hit that. That is the end of our whip and chat for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Let me know in the comments down below. Have you had like a super scary freaking murderous insect creature, threaten your livelihood? And were you able to, solve that problem? Were you able to make it go away?
In all defense, you're going to see the picture and be like, oh, that wasp wasn't big. These red wasps down here are like a good couple inches in length. They're massive. And when they sting you, I think I would rather get a shot of battery acid, because they hurt. I mean, they like instant burn.
Yeah, and like I said, red is bad. That's what I know about bugs and slithering reptilian type of things. Red, bad. And spiders. Red, bad. All right, you guys. Thanks again for hanging out with us. And until next time, stay naughty.